Here are 5 things that every home buyer should ask for right now in Colorado in 2026. Number 1 is closing costs. I can't even tell you how many buyers forget this one in their negotiating power, but when they come in and they say, hey, I want to negotiate for a house that's $550, you should talk to your lender and find out exactly how much you're going to pay in closing costs. And what that is prepaid taxes, insurance, title fees. If you're on the buyer side, you don't typically have an agent you have to pay for, but you prepay for all of those things. And what I would ask for is the seller to pay for that. So for example, a $550 house, your closing costs are probably around $5,000 to $6,000. And right now I would make sure you're asking the seller to pay for it. Number 2 is a rate buy down. So many people talked about a 2-1 buy down, but if I were you and negotiating right now as a buyer in Colorado, I would ask for a permanent rate buy down. This is also a seller paid concession, so you can work with your lender and your agent to make sure that you can find out what your total amount that you can ask for a buy down. What a lot of people don't understand is what you can get in a seller paid concession depends on how much you're putting down for a down payment, more importantly, what your interest rate or your credit score is going to be. And those are all things that you need to work with your lender. But what I can tell you is you want to ask for a permanent rate buy down. The seller can pay seller paid concessions to buy down to a permanent rate. So if we're at a 6%, you can usually buy down at least a quarter or more, which would put you in the 5s and give you a better monthly payment. Number 3, and this is super controversial, but what I would say, if a buyer is negotiating right now, I would make sure to ask for every single inspection item. Now, let's not get too crazy. I'm not talking about repainting or filling the nail holes from the picture. But what I'm saying is if the furnace is old, the water heater is old, the AC unit is old, if the roof is old, if the major systems of the home are old, as a buyer, you are getting that every single time, because I can tell you, most buyers don't want to buy a home with that open door of problems. So if you're a buyer, make sure you're asking for every single major ticket item in your negotiations. Number 4, and I love this one so much for my first time home buyers, make sure you ask for a seller paid home warranty. I love to use Fidelity Home Warranty. What they offer is a bumper to bumper inside of a house warranty, and you can have the seller paid for it. It's around $600, and it basically covers everything from furnaces to water heaters, electrical, plumbing. You have any problem in your house, they're gonna take care of it. If they can't fix it, they will replace it. And it's my favorite way to get a little bit of assurance when you buy a house if things aren't willing to get fixed. But if it goes out, then you're not coming out of the full price of your pocket. Number 5, and I think this is one that gets overlooked all the time. If you have a condo or a townhouse that has HOAs, if I were you, I would ask for a seller paid concession to pay maybe a year up front of your HOA dues. I don't think it can hurt to ask a seller to pay for that. And right now, they're getting really expensive with our taxes and insurance going up. So I would add that to your list of things to ask for in your negotiations. All right, that wraps up the 5 most important things that I would ask for as a buyer today in 2026. I'm Kayla Schmitz, the Aspen Collection, and if you're buying real estate in Colorado, make sure you have a shark on your side for negotiating, and I'm here to help.